So anyway, so to make a long story short, he would take kids up here to a place called Fintry. Now it's exactly 4 miles out of Aberdeen, on this road, beside Dice Airport. And they were camped there. And he took kids out there to camp. Now this man could not read type books because they were not out at the time. I'm talking about what, about 120, 130 years ago, so no type books in that days.
Right.
A piper had to be ear taught.
Yes.
He had the finest fingers in the world in his day. And he went on all the games for the 6 weeks, 2 months, all big Highland games, and he lifted every first, all the cups. They're going to do a big write-up about him in the paper shortly, King's Colleges, in our press and journal, our Daily Express, to draw a genealogy tree about this man.
Yes.
And anyway, he was lying by night and the door of his tent was up. The 2 or 3 tents, because they had boys and girls, you couldn't let them sleep together. They had the girls had one tent because they were decent morals and things, but just like other people. And the boys in their tent, it was a circle kind of tent, and the mother and father in his tent. The kids were sleeping in their tent, and the old man was lying in front. He's only about age me now, middle-aged. And he was going to go to a games called Arnage Games. It's in Aberdeenshire here. See? So your wife fell asleep. He was lying like that, smoking his pipe, his door is tent up like that, and this place is only 4 miles out of Aberdeen, that place called Fintry. It was a forest, Jack, and just sat up in the front tent, at such the edge of his bed, is a wee brown fairy man. It's true, it's a romantic story, this is a true thing. I'll prove it, when I'm finished I'll tell you what the proof is. So it says, Donald, it says, every night you put out for me milk and bread. He put this out for it. He never saw it. He only just, that was his belief. Similar to the ancient Celtic Druidism, I'm saying my father teach me, Jack, see now. That's this man had come from, my great-grandfather. And he always put a bit of bread and milk. He asked his wife, in the way else, so that was their way. That was his belief. So his wife just pleased her. Maybe she didn't believe in such a thing, but she just pleased her husband. So this wee man he come in, sit down. He says, Donald, every night you put out milk and bread for the week or fortnight you've been here. Now he says, I've got with me in my head a pipe tune. And my great-grandfather, and he said, he spoke to it, he was never afraid of it, because he was a Celtic Druid man, he believed in Celtic Druidism. He wasn't scared. He says, look, what tune are you going to give me, wee soul? So he says, give me over your chanter, it's a practicing chanter. So our old man, he's practicing chanter, his pipe lined his head over his bed, but his hand over, took his practicing chanter, like my father playing here to Arthur Argo. And he gave it to the wee brown elf man, you see. And he says, he'd no fairy wings or nothing on him like that. And he says, he had a very big head, he had a big head and a small body, very tiny body. And he says, listen to this tune. This is the tune I'm giving you tomorrow for Arnage Games, and you'll win the cup there again, against them all. Donald, take round Donald, see? So hit, give him a tune. Oh man's lying smoking his pipe like that, listen. He says the old man cantered behind me, pedal behind me. Oh man, and him goes on and on and on for an hour or two. Now he said, Donald, you take a chanter, you play it. So the old man played it perfect. My head shot him. So again, the two of them's the same tune, hour and hour and hour and hour. So an hour or two goes on now. It's no more, it's no daybreak, but it's through the night. So eventually, old Donald Stewart says, well, wee man, what will we call this tune that I'm to play today in Arnage Games? This would say roughly about 2 or 3 in the morning, you know? He says, you call it the Roughie's Rant.
The what rant?
Roughie's Rant. Roughie's Rant. Now, Roughie is cant word by the travelling people, and Roughie is a cant word for devil. Instead of saying the devil, we'll say the Roughie. Even my Brian laughs, he'll say, oh, it's the Roughie Rant. See? So the old man says, I see. Now the old man said, he said, we spoke all night and played this one tune all night. You're sure if I come to Arnage Games today, I'll win? He says, you'll win. And one day you'll make that tune famous. And they'll print it into a book. Oh, well, the old man never heard about pipe books in our days, Jack again. So he says, I'll play it today when I go into games, but 10 o'clock I will play it. Wee man, I can't even think it's a bonnet tune. See? So The near daybreak, a wee man disappears. So the old man gets up. He's playing his chanter morning. So he cleans himself down his Highland out fit, beautiful clothes for his games. I mean, he didn't look of travelling people dressed, you see. Down he goes to Orange Games, to about 20 miles out of Aberdeen. It's beside Ellen's somewhere. Down he goes. And the judge was the man to give my father the pipe medal, Macpherson and Invershin. He was a judicator. He was a great friend of the old man I'm talking about, of my father's grandfather, old Donald Stewart. Macpherson and Invershin was his chum, I guess. Well, he says, Donald, he says, I'm adjudicator today. And some of the men adjudicating as well. He says, what are you going to play today, man? They just talk to each other like that. Well, says old Donald Stewart, I'm going to play a tune, he says, never ever heard. And he says, if I'm lucky to win, if I didn't get nothing, no prize, I'm not worried. I'll tell you the story when I'm finished. I mean, Macpherson never dreamt he got a story like that. He says, and if I don't win, I don't care. There's a lot of pipers on the field, a big competitive field, you see. So I don't win, I don't care. I'll still tell the story. So there were all the pipers was up, what takes maybe a whole day playing. So the Macpherson said to him, what's the name of the tune? He says, the Roughies Rant. Macpherson says, and what does Roughie mean? Well, you can, I'm a traveller, said I. You can be talk cant, he says, yes. Lots of cant work for devil, Roughie. Oh well, he said, fair enough. So I've heard a tune that name in my life. See, the man was astounded. So anyway, a lot of players went up before my great-grandfather. Eventually his turn come and another pipers behind him. At the end of the day, after it was 5-6 hours heavy piping in a heavy stiff competitive field, first prize in the cup and shield went to Donald Stewart of Aldeer for the Roughies Rant.
Do you know the tune yourself? Roughies Rant?
Well, I'll just do this favour for you, Jack, and that, but I didn't do this in public, mind.
No, not in public. I know you don't do it.
Hey, did.
Let's try it again.
Ready?
Yes, that's fine.
Hey, it was a rant, and it was six parts. I only did the 3. After every measure, you do the same measure twice. So that's the whole tune. You do the first measure twice, you do the second and the third. I give you the whole 3 measures only once over. So I don't like pipe diddling. That's not pipe diddling anyway, that's just canntairach. Pipe diddling is different. It's very, very, very complicated.
The pipe diddling is more complicated.
Oh, it's complicated.
What makes it more complicated, Lizzie?
Well, but I did, that's just canntairach. But pipe diddling is completely different because then you are diddling the man's finger notes.
You're playing, you're noting the notes.
And here.
By your voice, yes.
And I'm the only woman in the world today can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it. I did it all my life. But my father wouldn't let me do it. It was okay, we just had my mouth gone. At home, but he said, if you were good enough to folk scene, I'll brain you. He said, if I'm there, I'll come back to hunt you in the public. Because it was not female.
It was not feminine.
Not feminine.
No, but it is today, isn't it, Lizzie? Haven't things changed?
I would know, everything's changed, but I wouldn't do it today and good.
No, you still wouldn't do it.
No.
I've heard good women pipers, you know, down at Blair Gallery games and elsewhere. I think there was a woman from Aberdeen, in fact, who played down there. Very good piper.
My father said to me a week before he died, he's dying in bed, he said, if I'd have let you play the pipes, you'd been the finest world's champion among men and women.